Dr. Holtz-Eakin was the first person who looked at me and said, Tom, we are heading for 6% deficit to GDP. Can you say that again? You were brilliant on this. You nailed it. Are we going to 6%?
I hope not. We certainly could get there. There's no doubt about it.
Stiglitz would say we need the little g. We need the growth rate to grow ourselves out of those bad glide paths to bad deficits and growing debt. Do you have any confidence the little g is there?
I think the little g is going to be there in the near term, but there's not enough g anywhere to get us out of our long-term debt problems. We have to fix the underlying problem, which is the structure of the federal budget.
I want to bring up a chart right now. We've got a set of them here. I really can't say enough about the value of the fiscal monitor of the IMF for those of you academically inclined. This is the deficit to GDP. I literally now call this the Almondale and Holtz-Eakin chart. Adam Posen, over on the left of this chart, I'll put it out to social later for radio, is the twin deficit worry of another time and place. Is that what the Peterson Institute going to write about in 3 years?
Oh, no, we were writing about it last year. I mean, we didn't get the number right like Doug, but September 2016, I said, good chance Trump wins. If Trump wins, we're going to have huge budget busting tax cuts. There's going to be huge fiscal stimulus that's going to ruin the trade deficits for people who care about trade deficits. The surprise has been the big contrast. So a lot of us saw this coming, although, you know, I didn't see this process or this particular budget busting bill. But the thing that has been a surprise, actually, has been the weakness of the dollar. Because if you remember the twin deficit story of the 80s, everyone expected the Fed to be moving up, and therefore you expected the dollar to rise. And
so why has it been weak?
It's a fair question. I think one reason, I don't want to overdo it, but I do think one reason is there is a risk premium associated with the Trump administration policies and with the level of fiscal blowout we're having in a time of good economic performance. You don't usually have that kind of ridiculous fiscal blowout.